Hello, everyone, and welcome to Casting Cares with Khadija Presents Mercy Mondays, the place where you come to get your spiritual coffee to help you get through the day and through the rest of the week. Today, I'm coming to you to read Proverbs 11, verse 14, which says, "For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors." That is from the NIV version. In the Amplified version, it says, "Where there is no wise, intelligent guidance, the people fall and go off course like a ship without a helm. But in the abundance of wise and godly counselors, there is victory." So I wanted to talk a little bit about advice or seeking advice, because we go through things often in our lives, right? We go through trials and tribulations in life, and a lot of times, if you're like me, you either want to get it off your chest and confide in someone and maybe even get some advice, And so I'm talking about seeking the right kind of advice today. So as I was reading a devotion inside this Amplified Bible by Joyce Meyer, she was saying that before we reach out to others for advice, we should go to God first and pray about it. And then God will most likely either talk to us through someone else, right? And we can get that advice from them, godly advice, right? Because the word tells us that we are not to follow the advice of the ungodly, okay? That's in Psalms 1, verse 1. Now, for me, in the trials that I'm going through right now, I don't really feel like I'm looking for advice, but I am looking for someone to confide in, because I feel lonely sometimes. I feel like, even though there are other people that could be separated or that have gone through a divorce, they may not have been in a relationship as long as I have been. So their pain is not the same and the situation is not the same. And either way, even if they did have a very similar circumstance to me, everyone's pain is different and the way they deal with things are different. But sometimes you just really want someone that understands your situation the most, right? And so that's one of my things that I've been saying. I'm like, no one understands, Lord. No one understands. I'm getting all this advice from people, but no one understands truly what I'm going through. They just want me to kind of, they're encouraging me to move on and this and that, but no one understands. How can I just be free to just move on after being with someone since I was a teenager? Very hard, right? And you may be going through something that maybe it's not a divorce or a separation. It could be a loss, or you could have lost your home, a house, a loved one. You can't find a job, inflation is kicking you behind, you know what I'm saying? And there are people that maybe they have gone through it and the advice that they're giving, it's just not matching up because their situation was a lot different from yours. You just don't feel like anybody understands. So I just want to encourage you to go before the throne of grace, talk to God first and let him know. Cast your cares upon him. Let him know, Lord, I can't find anyone that can advise me that may know what I'm going through or may have experienced something very similar to what I have gone through or what I am going through, actually, right? And the Lord, I believe, will definitely answer your prayers, and he will send someone, because I believe that over the weekend at my luncheon that I had for my job, well, I didn't have luncheon, I attended a luncheon for my job, a woman that also works at the company that I hardly see because our job is mostly remote. I hardly see her, but I've seen her, a few times every now and then, probably once a year, probably. And she was there and she let me know that she just got a divorce about a year ago after 38 years of marriage. And I was like, wow, ding, 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 ding. There's someone that I can talk to and confide in that may know what I'm going through. Not to say it's identical, but she's been in the marriage game longer than me. She had 38 years with her husband. I have 22. So I just really do feel like it was something that was sent by God. And I'm happy because I need it. you know? So I just want to encourage you that if there is something that's on your mind, please be careful not to confide in people that are not trustworthy, people that may tell your business or even give you ungodly advice. You know what I mean? I believe that if a person who may not be a Christian, they're giving me advice, I know how to take what I can from it, take the good part about it, and leave, the not so good, right? But that's if you're someone who is spiritually strong and you're not easily swayed, right? But for the most part, we are to surround ourselves with godly counsel through a trustworthy person who is also there to impart some of God's wisdom on you, right? Because when they are sent from God, He is going to help us find the wisdom that He wants us to have, right? So I pray that this message has found you well. It has been helpful to you. And that is all for today. Until next time, cast your cares on God because He cares for you, and may the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.